How you doing there, boys and girls? It is now, yeah. How you got, dude?
It's the jack off hour.
Jack off out with
Yeah.
the two Jacks. What's up? Oh man, I need to find a friend named Jack. That's what I need.
You do need to find a guy named Jack.
Jack me off, dude. Anyways.
Jack in, Jack out.
Alright,
Naturally, I hate jacks. I don't know why. Maybe it's because of you. I noticed I was playing Mario Kart yesterday and I saw Jack.
You're like,
And I was like, this
whoa,
reminds me
Michelle.
of Jason.
Who the hell is this guy?
Oh man.
He was like, I have a lot of malice towards this guy.
Exactly. And then I think
Yeah.
of Jason. I'm
Yeah.
just like, why do I hate him?
So, anyways. Harrison, do you know about the Jarvis Fortnite?
The Jarvis Fortnite? No.
Oh!
Because
Gee.
I do not play the Fortnites.
Yeah, but how do you not know when someone fucks up really badly and gets fucking e-sport entertainer fucking backup from people who don't know anything?
Are you
So,
kidding?
I'm going to say a quick little thing about it. Maybe G will jump in because I think G might know a little bit more about it. But Jarvis is like a Twitch, YouTube streamer of Fortnite. He's like 17 and he's like, it's part of Faze. And he made shit ton of content for Fortnite. But I guess someone messaged him and was like, hey man, do you want to know what, like, do you want aimbots or whatever? So he thought it was funny if he would go make a new account and then make a whole fucking video on shitting on kids with like hacks just to show people like how easy it is or how
Yeah.
bad it is or whatever. So not only does he do it, he also he makes a new account because he knows the account's gonna get banned. He talks about it and says account's probably gonna get banned, blah blah. So, just so you know, you should never do this. You should never do what I'm doing. And the reason he didn't turn on the hacks the first match or two is because the game realizes you're a new account. So if you start dumping on kids, it'll automatically assume that you're cheating. So it'll ban your
Oh.
account. So he even talks about that. So he must have really known. Or maybe like where he got the cheats from
Yeah.
told him. So he did that. He I think he does whatever. Like he gets like
definitely-
naturals or whatever. And then he's like, all right, we're going to try it out. And you see like clips of him. Like his brother's next to him, and they're like, "Oh, no way, dude!" And he's like shooting people from like behind walls across the map, like with like a deagle, and like one-shotting people, and they're like laughing,
God.
having a good time. Well, he got a lifetime ban, and he posted
What?
a video where he was like crying, and he was really like emotionally distraught about because he's been doing it for a while. He's obviously pretty big, but now he's like banned from Fortnite for life. So
Damn. Okay.
yeah.
So like you're saying like not just like an IP or username.
No,
ban, but
this isn't
he
even like,
himself.
hey, guess what? You're taking the rest of the season off. Not even like the CS:GO incident where those guys like had a rigged thing against them, and they kind of could still play in non Valve events. This is like
Yeah.
Fortnite won't let you have an account, like account ban,
That's pretty
IP
messed up.
ban, all that stuff banned. So
I don't know. I feel like that's
And-
pretty messed up.
That's what a lot of people were feeling, I guess, because they felt like they wanted, to give him another chance, especially after his apology. But I guess like what me and Jason were kind of talking about is like with the people that he has following him, it's kind of hard because then he's kind of promoting it, influencing
true.
people to kind of do it. Even though like I'm pretty sure at one point in time everybody's done something like that,
Oh, yeah.
within like under the rug or underground, whatever. But
Yeah,
he kind of was open about it, especially showing like in content. And like Jason said, how do you feel like if you're like one of those kids who probably don't play as well, and then you have this guy over here just like
Fucking
shitting on you
one-shot.
through the wall, and you're just like, what the
That's-
hell's going on?
Yeah, that's true.
It kind of demoralizes the game,
so
at least for casual players.
yeah.
I
So
mean,
the
I can see it.
big thing that like me and G kind of like touched on, like shit talked, was that it's a shitty thing to do because like my buddies like at work, they have kids that play Fortnite or whatever. I don't, besides a few times we messed around with it, I don't fucking like the game. I've tried, but like the kids have all liked it. And I don't think
Oh,
his
yeah.
son has ever won like a battle royale or like I don't even think he has any fucking kills in it. Like I always like, give him shit with his son playing. And he said like his kid didn't have it. But what if that was like the one game he was with people, or he was just actually he was getting to the end and he got one shotted by some dude hacking him. Well, that sucks. It wasn't competitive, so it was all casual, which makes it
Yeah.
feel better to people because it's not like ruining someone's ranked experience. But like me, like for example, if I jump on like League, I get mad when I have like 1 or 2 games in, and the first 2 games we get, someone rage quits or someone trolls. Because
Oh,
now I just wasted like an hour to an hour and a half that I only had to play a game because someone wants to be a douchebag and get mad about it. And who knows, that guy could have been off the whole day,
Yeah.
so he can play all day long and fuck up a few games. So that's
Oh,
where
yeah.
we kind of draw the line. Where it's like, well, dude, what the fuck? Like some people like don't have time to sit on Xbox all day or PC.
Do
And this
whatever.
guy ruins like a handful of games. I'm not sure how many games he played. I just know there was like a video on it and it blew up. So it's kind of in that boat where it's like kind of a douchebag move. So
Yeah, I can see that.
we see that. But then you
Well-
have someone like Ninja jump in and say how wrong it was for him to get banned because he makes money doing this. So they're messing with his income, and that there's a stigmatism of a favoritism, and it's for reasons because he makes money, so he should not get the lifetime ban. Which I think G can agree, and we've talked that lifetime is kind of rough. Like
Yeah.
that's rough when that's your job. But at the same time, when you stream to like I think his video is made like a couple 100,000, couple million views.
Yeah.
When you have
If
a
you're
whole
so-
bunch of shitty kids, like, oh shit, Jarvis does it, but he's not doing ranked, so maybe I'll do it. I'll make a
Yeah,
few videos.
he's an influencer.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and especially to a
basically.
young crowd who thinks, well, if he's doing it and they're giggling and laughing, what if
So
I
can do
did
it
that?
Too, yeah.
So
And then can you imagine that big a following just flooding Fortnite like the whole entire time? Like the game, I mean, like I said, one or two people every once in a while is like, okay, shit happens. But literally when you're having a whole following do it, you're like, fuck, this is not a game anymore.
well, I
Like,
think
it's
his
annoying.
YouTube has like 1.2 million. So let's just say it's like 500 to 600,000 active users,
Mhm.
and you say only 1 out of every 1,000 people maybe try it. That's still like what, around 6,000 people doing it?
Oh yeah, there's
Yeah.
a shit ton of people on Fortnite.
Yeah, and that's like 6,000 people that might test it out once or might get into it, so it becomes like this whole thing. And Ninja
Yeah.
jumped in and said because he's an influencer and all that he shouldn't get hit as hard. Well, one, no, you should. It's like
I
saying
mean,
that.
if anything, if he's an influencer, he should get harder because he's the one that people are looking at.
Yeah, exactly. So, and that's what it comes in. So, Ninja has that whole stance where it's like, well, because he makes money off. It's like, well, bro, what? So you're telling me if I did that and my video only had like 2 people watch it, I should get fucking banned? But because he has a
Yeah.
couple million people watching, it's like, oh, well, dude, fucking, it's okay. Give him a pass. It's like, no, those like favoritism should work out, in my opinion. Well, if you fuck up, you can maybe get an easier thing. Like, well, this should be a big ban because it's in the terms of service. He does something for
Yeah.
the community, like he apologizes. Obviously he actually believes that he did something wrong. He knows it, but he should have to attend an event. He should have to do something like that to like help the community to prove that he's
Yes.
into it, and still maybe take like a 6-month competitive ban. Because there is
No.
issues that someone was cheating and they got to compete in the world tournament for like Fortnite or whatever the master thing is. They only got like a 2-week ban and they still went to the world tour or that $1 million tournament for Fortnite. So people are like, how the fuck did these guys actually cheat competitively and get like a
And
2-week?
didn't get that much of a bigger ban
Yeah,
compared to
yeah.
him. No. Well, I mean, like Ninja quoted, like when you were talking about the whole money thing, like it says right here, it says, there's a difference between a content creator who has millions of subscribers, hundreds of thousands of followers, who gets banned from what literally makes him money, and some kid who is just a piece of shit who has absolutely zero following, has zero money that comes from Fortnite, from gaming and hacks. That's like his quote.
Yeah.
And
So that kind of sucks. I mean, I get it, but it sucks because then you're saying that that's like every one of his followers then who doesn't make money off of it, but gives him money, to be able to be who he is.
yeah.
Exactly.
So it's like,
So,
hey,
I'm-
you can go rob and beat up people because you have a following. So it's okay because we know not to do it, but you're someone who can do it because we watch your channel and you do that. But
Yeah,
yeah,
his idea was favoritism. Like it exists
Yeah.
and that we shouldn't, like obviously we all know it's there and that they should give him that. That was his idea, but I
You
mean,
still shouldn't play to favoritism, in my opinion.
I don't mind
Yeah.
that there is a favoritism when it comes to like release dates of games or like if
Oh,
there's
yeah.
if there's like a big tournament and like when MK came out, they had to I think there's only like 6 characters. They had like big MK heads that like would go to these tournaments that will like invite only. You only play to the beta, or you get like the Death Stranding came out and people have these release things of it and they got to play like so many hours. That's cool. Maybe you fucked up somehow. Made a stupid like choice. dude, you shouldn't probably get banned for life, especially because you have so many eyes. And of all people, like, this isn't like a consistent ban. So I don't mind favoritism when you're trying to work in the system that way. But when you're just like, yo, I've been cheating, I've been a fucking piece of shit,
Yeah.
I've been like scamming kids. Okay, favoritism shouldn't cover you being a shitty individual. It should cover
Yeah,
up like you making a simple mistake. It's like, listen though,
Being a
he
promoter of a
proves it.
game doesn't mean that you can be a total asshole.
It's like he only Bill Cosby'd some people, okay? But you know what? He sold a lot of fucking jello.
But you know, he was still Bill Cosby, though. You know, everyone loves Bill Cosby, right?
It's the pudding.
It was just a fortnight, you know.
It was
Fuck,
only a
dude.
fortnight ago.
God,
I mean,
yikes.
then again, like you said, overall, like his big thing was that he's 17. He made a stupid decision. Of course, you know, he's 17. He doesn't know what he's doing. So, but I mean,
I
you
think
know, it's something.
think
Well, I mean,
it
they're
is
giving
wrong.
him a reason to think about what he did.
Yeah.
Now maybe they can maybe go back and reanalyze the situation, like you know,
like they
and
did too
Epic,
hasty.
and
yeah.
and then say, okay, you know what, this kid's young. You know, this is probably just a good way to kind of get him. Obviously, seeing how he took this, he's probably going a different direction now, and he's, you know, trying to make the better situation out of it. But I mean, I don't know. Like, you could go back to it, but I think the way Ninja came about it,
It's
I think that
fucking
was the
wrong.
thing. Yeah, because I mean, his whole idea is that in one of it says another quote. It says it wasn't a tournament, it wasn't a cash cup, it wasn't anything like that. So you're saying that just because it was a random pub games, that in every single game he's in, 99 players counting him as 100 in that one.
Yeah.
I think that's how much it is, right? That he screws over all those people, you know, because they're playing that whole entire game through thinking that there is a chance to win, and then he's just going in just like, I don't have to fucking aim. So that's kind of hard. I don't know. I think like to say that it doesn't matter because it's not a tournament. Now you're separating from a esports type situation and a casual player, which the game is built off mostly casual players. Esports players are only a small percentage, or even streamers are a small percentage of players that play that game and make it what it is, you know?
As opposed to like League or any of those other like really high esports type games.
Exactly, that focus on that. But
Well, so my next thing is on the same topic because G has like the same feeling about it, since this is kind of going into the phase, and since we're already blending Ninja into this, we can just add it together. I think Ninja is a fucking crybaby about a lot of fucking things. Like he has done a lot for gaming because he's been doing it for so fucking long. He's been in the Halo. Because me and G have talked about this, so it's like, dude, fucking Ninja was a fucking crybaby, and he fucking bitched about shit back in like the Halo Reach fucking videos he used to upload, and his personality. Now that he got bigger and he's tried to go more mainstream, it's been good. You know, people have been looking at gaming better. But when he has that much of an audience and he just easily says something about favoritism and he speaks out of his ass, I think he's a douchebag. Like, maybe if you sat down, he had more of a moment to talk instead of him being in front of all of his fucking fans. Because, you know, if he was still on Twitch and didn't move to Mixer, he wouldn't have made that comment. But now that he's getting paid from Mixer to have this, like, contract, like, salary, instead of, like, Twitch, I think it would have been way different.
I mean, he now has, like, this sustainable
income.
Yeah, he has sustainable income. He's basically stable where he's at. He knows he can fuck up and make sure he has a contract or whatever it is now.
But there's been things of Ninja always talking about some kind of favoritism and how he thinks he's like people who produce content are a higher standard than people who don't. Which, again, I understand to a certain degree. But back in the day when Ninja got killed by the aimbot hacker and he spectated him, and I think he made that comment like, dab if you were like watching my channel or doing some shit, and he did, and then Ninja like reported the guy and said, boom, ban him, that's it, get this guy out of here, made a whole scene. That guy ended up getting banned, or there's some bullshit that happened, and people were like, dude, like, you got that guy banned. It came out to be like the guy wasn't actually banned, it was a different account, some bullshit. But the fact that Ninja said that to all of his people, it put it out there like, yeah, dude, he hacked me, so he should get fucking banned. But we all know there's plenty of hackers out there. Why should you be so special? Because, again, I don't think he was playing in a competitive setting. I think back when that aimbot happened, I don't think there was competitive Fortnite. At least, like, the playlist of it. So it's crazy how when he's playing, what do they call that? when he's playing non-competitive mode, I forget like the actual name for it, but when you just play public, just like public, it was a big deal back then. But now that there's a divide between public and like league play, it's like, well, it's okay now. You can shit on public people. So again, that just shows to me that like, in my opinion, Ninja has got this curve on his shoulder. Because I get it, he's been grinding since fucking Reach, which was like, how long ago was that, G? Like 12 years ago,
That's
14 years
ago.
ago. Like, so now that he's up there, I don't know. I feel like that's a douchebag play. Fuck that, dude.
I mean, sounds like he's got a fucking stick high up his ass.
Yeah, I mean, that's just kind of always his. I mean, like you said, you saw his videos. That's just who he is. It's just a little bit toned down because now that he has obviously he's a face, basically he's a brand,
and he's more of a younger audience person. And because back in the day he was a shit talker. Remember him? Like on his Reach days, he was bad. And then he got
just annoying. I mean, but that's his personality, and I think the other side of it probably too that kind of probably makes it more why he would be the type of person to stick up for him as well as I think. I haven't looked into it, but I know they said something about Dr. Disrespect saying something about it too. But I mean, if they're sticking up for him, it's because they're all together, like collectively saying like that could be any one of us, like instantly, and something that we make money off of. And if they did that to him, then shit, what could they do to us?
Exactly.
And I mean, technically, like, okay, it's one game, but if you're like that's scared of it, even though you can go to any other game and people literally follow you. It's kind of like Apex Legends. I'm pretty sure they gave them a contract to be able to play the game for like, just to be able to bring their followers so they can promote the game a little more.
Oh yeah.
And people will follow them. But it's like one game and they're all like, maybe because they really like the game, but I mean
what I see is like Fortnite is very, suitable for all ages. So I'm guessing if probably some backhand is like, okay, well, if you play this game, you'll make more money because of the fact that it's so family friendly, because of the fact that anyone could watch it, you're going to pull in more followers. True. The second you go to like, Dark Souls or something, since it's so much different, less people are going to watch, so we don't want you to play that game.
No, that makes sense.
I don't know if that's what the actual contract is, but I would not be surprised if that was, one of the details. Like, hey, play these games, nothing else. Especially if Ninja's getting this huge paycheck for it, I wouldn't be surprised if Mixer's like, okay, we're gonna pay you a shit ton of money, and you're gonna do what we want you to do.
Well, yeah, because that's like when Jason talks about his channels with both channels that he's thinking of doing, right? Like, it's true though, right? I mean, you think about it, if you're gonna be family friendly, I mean, you're gonna attract more people because who mostly plays these games or see these games? It's younger kids,
Exactly.
So I mean, it makes sense. I mean, you're right. So,
but it's still pretty annoying. One, fucking Ninja bothers me. I try so hard to like not be irritated at that guy. I'm like, he's done a lot. He always does a lot for charity. He has really good moments where he talks about like like someone's making fun of some like kid. The kid donated, could be in troll, and Ninja had that good line where it's like, hey man, people don't make fun of you for the different music you listen to or the different things. You shouldn't care about who you like to watch on stream, man. Once you get older, you realize that, and hopefully it works out for you. It was like really like nice thing to hear. But then he goes into something like this. I'm like, fucking asshole, a fucking piece of shit, dude. Like, I don't know. Maybe him in person, off camera, is probably more like civilized when it comes to the banning, and he could honestly say, well, you're right, he should get some kind of punishment, but I think because now he's in the public eye and he has, like, a thing, he goes and shit talks, like, no, fuck that, he's special, he's better than everyone else.
Yeah, so, I could see it. I mean, especially since, like, a lot of streamers and whatnot, like, they pull more attention in if you have drama surrounding you.
Yeah. Exactly.
Well, like, if the bigger personality you are, the more people you take in. It doesn't even matter if you're a douchebag or not, you pull in people because of it.
Even if you're not good at the game, it's just
you could just
if you're entertaining. You're entertaining.
I mean, AKA DSP Gaming. No,
who?
nobody. Remember that video I sent you? It was no man. It's he bought that call way back in the day, and Destiny was like talking shit to him. Because he
Oh,
bought that.
shit.
Yeah, DSP Gaming. He was in like a fighting game thing for like ever, and all like the FGC has a big talk actually talking about him because he was good at a game that like no one played. He got like top 3 or top 4 in the tournament, and that was like one of his big old like things. Everyone's like, dude, you suck, blah blah. Then he's on stream like just a douchebag. So, but like I don't know where he gets it because maybe just sometimes he's like on camera, like I'll watch something of his and he's like, okay, I can see it. And then you see like the other 95% of his stuff where he's like, listen, dude, I can't buy that game, but if someone buys it and then someone like donates him like $59.99 to buy the game, and he's like, listen, dude, I guess I'll play it, blah, blah, blah. And he plays it for like an hour and talks shit about the game and doesn't play. It's like, bro, that guy just bought you a full game and you're going to shit talk? Like,
Yeah,
it's still about me the full
holy
game.
crap.
Me and dude, when are you going to be on next? So I'll stream it just for you, dog. Like, like if you tell me you're not going to be on Wednesday night to watch me stream the game you bought me, I'll wait. You tell me what day's good for you. I have other games to play. Like, fuck, dude, I'd be hyped. You got people like that. Whew.
Dude, it's funny. It's funny you say that because it's come to the point now. Like, I'll tell people to buy things and they're like, I don't want to play it. Too much money, blah. So I'll end up buying it for them and be like, dude, play with me. You pick a day. We're gonna do Hunt Showdown.
Dude, I remember I've done that too because I've bought
Done
you
that to me
games
so many times.
because I'm like, dude, let's get this game,
just
bro.
hit it in there.
And he's
Well, yeah,
like,
'cause
he's like,
waiting
what?
for
He's
it.
like, I don't want to spend the money. I was like, okay. And then like that night, I'm like, Harrison gets off. I'm sitting there. I'm like, I want someone to play it. So I buy it and I give it to him. I was like, hey, cocksucker, I bought you the fucking game. Next time you get online, make sure you
You have
download
an
it.
excuse now.
Dude.
Because now it's like
this-
you
you
can't
guys
play
are
it.
like secretly just putting in little bits
Little
of stuff
jabs.
and saying, yeah, this guy I know, you know.
Cause I
He was
think
an
I dude,
asshole. I bought him a game and they don't play.
if Jesse,
Man.
Asshole.
dude, if Jesse's listening to this, I think I bought Hunt Showdown for Harrison. And
I
then,
bought it for Jesse.
oh,
No,
did
no,
you?
No, I bought it for him because I'm like, no, I didn't buy it. I told him either you're paying me for math help or you're buying Hunt Showdown.
Oh, what was the other game? The Island?
Yeah, the island.
Oh, so I
One of
want to
those
play the
first-
Island, but Jesse wouldn't buy it, and I only had enough money to buy one thing. But I know Jesse had more money than Harrison, so I told Harrison, I was like, I'm gonna buy you the game, but you told Jesse that you bought it, so then Jesse has to do it because he told me if Harrison buys it, he'll buy it. So I bought Harrison the game, so
You
then
guys have
Jesse
the
would buy it.
algorithms.
And then it was fucking straight up like we got it, and I was like, hey man, Jesse, Harrison bought the game. That son of a bitch. He said he wasn't gonna buy any more games. Like, yeah, dude. Guess we're gonna have to play. It was maybe it wasn't the island because I think we.
It was the forest.
Oh, the forest. It was something like that. Yeah, it was like a whole like triangle of like, I'll buy you the game, but you tell him he bought the game, so he gets it. And then Jesse didn't want to play the hunt, so Harrison was like, listen, I'm tutoring you for free. You buy that fucking game, or you pay me. That's how you get people to buy games now in 2019. Hey, listen, you would do that? Well, we're not gonna be friends
You're the
anymore.
mob boss,
You
man.
either buy the game and grow some balls, or you're fucking paying me.
Oh man.
So now I'm
That's the
concerned
guy.
why you didn't buy me a game, Jason.
Oh, because you don't play anything.
Well,
you get
see,
online,
it's
dude.
called the late game strat. We're baiting you into you buying a game for yourself because we've already bought the game for ourselves.
Yeah. And don't worry, once you buy the game, we won't ever play that game.
Like, dude, they're all playing it. I see them.
Dude,
see
everyone's doing it. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
We're taking all.
I get it. You guys are like, oh yeah, we're done with the game.
Yeah.
Fuck, we already played it.
Yeah, dude, we always
we
beat
are
it.
100% of the game, dude. What the hell?
Oh man.
That always happens. You buy it, everybody's like, oh yeah, man. Like,
It's a
we're
great game, dude. I'm never gonna stop this. And you're like, fuck. A week of that, you're like, I gotta buy this. Dude, they sound like they're having fun. You get on, you're like, hey man, we
Yeah.
playing?
You know,
Nah,
what's
man.
awful?
It was too
My,
grindy.
Yeah, basically. Dude, my old roommate did that. He's like, dude, get Monster Hunter World. You know, it's really fun. I never played a Monster Hunter game in my life. And I'm like, oh, you know, that sounds pretty cool. You know, it really looks really neat and everything. And then so I buy it, and he's like, oh, yeah, so, you know, me and my girlfriend, we're already 70 hours in, and we have all the best armor. So if you want to, we can help you through the easy bosses. And I'm like, dude, I haven't even played it once. What the fuck? He's like, oh, well, you know, if you need help with anything, just, you know, I'll grind out all the hard parts for you.
And that's when Harrison was like, hey man, hey, you ever play Monster Hunter? You should get Monster Hunter. So I was telling me about it because they only left his ass in the
Oh,
dust.
that's like
So he wanted me to be in the dust with them to be like, and I was like, oh dude,
40 hours in. Oh yeah, same story.
Dude,
Oh, Jason already got
you
all
can't
good
be the
armor,
dude
so,
getting
fuck
fucked
you.
at the end. You have to make sure someone else is at the bottom. Like, oh bitch, here you go. Tyler's ahead of me, but I am trying to catch up to him. So how about you catch up to me, and then at the end, no one fucking plays.
And then we are all just butt fucked together.
God. No, I've already. Best thing was I played Monster Hunter. I have it for the Xbox. I played it back for the PlayStation 2. I got so far on the Xbox version. Noah stopped playing, and I stopped playing with him. Next thing you know,
I never got it.
well, next thing you know, I just stopped. Then I saw it was on sale for PlayStation. I was like, I'll get it for PlayStation. Noah has it for PlayStation. I had Noah fucking outgrind shit for me. And because me and Jesse showed an account, he got it. So he started playing. And now I'm like, Jesse, how about you buy the expansion? so then I get the expansion. Fuck, dude. That's how it goes.
Did you ask me to do it for the DS, though, originally?
Yeah, because I was playing it for the DS.
Oh, yeah,
the DS was
right.
when I think that was for the Xbox. I was gonna buy a chipboard for my DS and solder it on so you could hard stream your DS. And it was like $100. And I'm like, nah, I'm gonna fuck up the
You
soldering.
should have gone to R4. R4 cars can do that.
I don't want to anymore. Okay. I gave my DS to my kid. He can have that
Nice.
shit, and he doesn't even play. 'Cause he's
Just
constantly in
nobody
trouble.
wanted to play Monster Hunter with you?
No, now I play Monster Hunter. Like I got Jesse into it. I think Jesse would have been the guy, kind of guy to play it. But then I got Jesse into it. Noah plays every now and again. And then,
Oh, it is Noah.
dude, you know, they took a rib out and he's like blowing dudes. But other than
What?
that, dude, no.
That's a lot different than I was expecting.
No, so he had like a blood clot. So I didn't know about this guy. I talked to Noah on and off nonstop. And Jesse was like, "Oh yeah, something about Noah." I was like, "Oh, I haven't talked to him." And he's like, "Oh, well, he's like dying." I was like, "What? He's dying?" He's like, "Yeah, dude. He's like fucking swelling up and like his body's about to explode, like that Violet chick from Willy Wonka." I was like, "Fuck, dog, what?" And I hit Noah up. I'm like, he's like, "Yeah, dude." Noah's like not talking to like anyone about it because I guess he had like a clot in his arm. So next time I was like, "Hey, Noah, let's play fucking something together." I was like, "Hey, man, hug me and tell me you're dying." He's like, "What?" I was like, "Dude, you both told me you're dying. Like, you gonna be okay? Like, are they gonna cut your arm off or something?" He's like, "I just have a blood clot." I was like, "What? Dude, that's kind of a serious thing to just be like, nah, dude. Blood's just not flowing to some parts of my body. It's not a big deal." So I guess like his arm got fucking like. Okay, you guys remember what Zarbon looked like in Dragon Ball? And then he was fighting Vegeta and got like fucking fat, and it was like, "You made me do this, Vegeta." I think half of Noah's body started to do that. He was in his elegant
God.
form, and then the blood clot clicked over, and his fucking hands swelled up and shit. And then he ran. I was like, "Are you good?" I guess he was taking like blood clot, like shit. And then
Like dinners or something like
yeah, then it went fine, but he still had the clot, but it was somewhere close to his heart or lungs. And they said the second it hits, though, it's gonna explode and like the blood's gonna pour into his lungs. And I was like, "Oh shit! So what's gonna happen?" He's like, "Well, they said I'm gonna need a rib removed, but it shouldn't be that big of a deal. Like the doctor said I should be able to go work the next day." And I was like, "No!" I was like, "Bro!"
That's kinda hard,
I was like,
someone just takes out a rib, like both ribs or just
yeah.
one rib?
And I was like, "Wait, what are you saying?" He's like, "Yeah, dude." I was like, "So are you gonna be like Marilyn Manson, like suck your own dick?" He's like, "No, it's a top rib." I was like, "Oh, that sucks."
That's
I was like, "You're not gonna take a rib out." I was like, "How serious is it?" He's like, "Dude, no, the guy said it would be like maybe like a day in the hospital." I was like, "Dude, are you sure he's a doctor?"
Oh, no.
He's like, "Yeah." I was like, "Bro, a rib's a
He went
big
into
deal, dude."
dispensary.
like we're taking a chunk of bone out. Like, if you fucking break your finger, like, yeah, I get it, but that thing holding your rib cage. He's like, "Nah," he said it's gonna be like super easy, like no big deal. I was like, "Are you gonna see your heartbeat through like your rib?" Because it was on like on the left side. He's like, "No." I was like, "Are you sure?" He's like, "Yeah." I was like, "When is it?" He told me it was like in October. His like mom was gonna come out to make sure he's all good. So then from then on, I kept telling Jesse like, "Oh man, this is gonna be crazy. Like, how are we gonna tell people that he was gay if he dies? Because then it's not funny anymore." So it went through this whole fucking thing of me and Jesse making jokes about it. And then I talked to him and I was like, "Hey man, like, when's your thing?" He's like, "Oh, I had it the other day." I was like, "Was it really like a week? Like how long were you in the hospital?" He's like, "Oh, they decided not to take the rib out. They just like they went through like his like." I don't know. I think he went through his dick or some shit, like, or his arm, like, somewhere to get to his lung, like, 'cause it was like an easy shot. And I was like, "Oh, dude, what pussy?" He's like, "What? Why?" I was like, "You should got the rib fucking taken out. Yeah, you talked this big game, and now you backed out." Oh my god, dude! I was like, I don't even. I was like, was your mom mad at you? I was like,
yeah, dude. The coolest thing is to be able to tell someone you got a rib taken out.
yeah.
So
Instead, they
good.
cut you through your like armpit. Oh my god, what a coward, dude! I was like, your mom took off work for this? Did she yell at you? Was she like, you son of a bitch? I took off work and you bitched out, like. But mom, I'm okay. Nah, you a disappointment. That's what you all like.
Oh, ouch.
No, but I guess he's fine. But I was like, dude, maybe your doctor just wanted to spend a little bit more time with you. That's why he was telling you might have to be there for a few days. Yeah, dude, don't come on back in here, Noah. It's fine. Yeah,
Maybe the doctors were just pulling at Jesse. Yeah, you're gonna die. By the way.
Dude, I told
Really? No.
I told I told Harrison's brother Jesse was dead because Jesse was gone for like so long. He's like, "Who's Jesse?" I was like, "Bro, fuck, he didn't make it." He's like, "What do you mean?" I was like, "Dude, he had like a whole he went to like a snowboarding thing, dude, and like some shit went down, and he didn't make it out." And I was like, I thought he knew I was joking. And he's like, "Okay, for sure." Then randomly, Jesse hits me up, "Dude, Tuxfly was dead. What did you say?" I was like, "I told him you died." And then Austin was pretty pissed. He's like, "Oh, Jesse's dead, huh?" I was like, "Dude, I was fucking with you." He's like, "Yeah, but you made it sound like, yeah, dude. There's only so much I could do for him."
Oh my god, you know you remind me of all the shit I say about Martin. All the stories I tell about Martin, how something always happened when he was fucking being a cop at a fucking college campus.
Dude, she tells me these stories like, "Hey man, you remember Mullen?" I was like, yeah. Oh man, he goes into a story about like how he wanted to become a cop, but he can only become a security guard, and then like he was getting beat up and like antagonized, so they took his gun away because like he got beat up and someone took it, and then kids had to pick him up. It was like these in-depth stories, and I was like, oh fuck, dude, because I haven't seen anything on Facebook about him, so I was like, maybe this is like he's going through a dark time. She goes through all these things. Like 2 weeks later, he's like, "Oh yeah, dude, I've been telling Phil about Mon. Like these stories that aren't even real." And I was like, "Oh, like what?" And he tells me the same stories that he's been telling Phil. I was like, "Wait, those aren't real?" He's like, "Oh shit, yeah, no, those aren't real, dog."
Well, think about this. You're gone for like a year, 2 years, right? And you come back and everybody you know, because we know the same people, are like, "Yeah, dude, like we heard you got punched by this ginger." And
he took your gun and ran off. Like,
and all the kids came up and were like, "Hey, are you okay?" and try to get you up. And then they turned you into a parking cop or whatever.
Oh god.
on college
That's a
campus.
good
yo.
meme. Holy fuck.
Oh, man.
I believed it because it was just like subtle stories like each day. Or I inquired more about it. Like, are you serious? Like, what happened to Maul, dude? Like, oh, well, let me tell you. And then he's telling me that he tells Phil all this shit, and then he mentions that. I was like, you son of a bitch, you told me that shit. Oh, my bad. Yeah, no, that's not true. I think he tells Phil shit about me, like about I sell my IDs
dude.
online.
Uh-oh.
Dude, I told him that, yeah. I told him that. I was like, yeah, Jason's got a new business going. He's like, oh, shit. He's like, what's he doing now, man? I said, he's selling his underwear online. His used underwear. He's like, dude, are you serious? I was like, yeah, and he's showing his feet on stream.
Feet cam.
Sick.
Oh, God. Next time I see Phil, I'm like, what's up, dude? I don't want to shake your hand, dude.
He's just looking at you. That's cool, man. Looking skid row.
How's the business? Is that what you guys call it?
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm uploading a lot. I'm trying to put my name out there. I want people to recognize me.
Yeah, each and every toe, right?
Yeah, he's like, oh, for sure. I was like, yeah, I'm traveling even, like putting the videos up. He's like, oh, you're traveling doing this, huh? Yeah, Phil. Yeah, I'm a businessman.
I was like, dude, he makes good money. He's selling about 500 a pop just for like depending on how dirty they are. He's like, that's fucking sick, man. I don't know. He's like, has Jason really gone that low? I said, yeah, it's tough times, in Vegas.
Tough times in Vegas, but there's a big market for it. I'll tell you what.
Right. Oh, but the creeps never go down, Phil. So, anyways, yeah, no, I'll get the meat out of the back. Don't worry about it. He just walks away.
And he's questioning because he believes it in some type of weird way. Because it's Jason. I don't know why.
Oh,
Dude,
fuck.
who would sell that? Oh yeah, it's Jason. Oh yeah, okay, I get it.
Yeah. I mean, well, I mean, when you're the type of guy like Jason, where you have these crazy stories, I mean, people start believing shit like that.